Welcome to another episode of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am joined with Tom Aldridge and Farmadoza Albert Roy. How you doing, gentlemen?
I am doing wonderful, man. Got the guns out today. Feeling strong. I did push-ups like 3 times last week, dude, and I feel buff as fuck. I feel so great.
I remember I used to feel so good after I would get done working out. Like, you feel like Superman. Your muscles are all made of iron. You're all tight and you're all...
Yeah, but it doesn't feel good enough to keep doing it. That's the problem right here.
It felt good then.
Yeah.
Like, when I was younger, it definitely felt great.
I got to start at some point, you know what I mean? I was always just... I played 3 sports and stuff, so, like, I was athletic for competition. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't get excited for practice or anything like that. Like,
Yeah, I was playing football.
Yeah, I just like beating
That was a
people.
lot of fun.
Just too busy to exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. With your physique, you know, it's tough to keep the pounds off.
So I wrote up a list of
So you gotta do more like I do, bro.
random
I
topics.
don't do exercise like you guys do it. I do sexercise.
Sexercise, yeah, dude. And we eat because we don't sexercise.
You've been getting plenty of exercise.
Sure did.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just falling out of the sky.
And here's another advertisement. We call it
that manifesting. Yeah,
Yeah, we call it manifesting. Really, it's just selective advertising.
Apparently, you can manifest.
All kinds of crazy stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
Did you ever read that book, The Secret, or see the?
I have the book.
Bro, it's great, man.
I have the book, and I have.
I suggest everybody get that book, and even if you gotta go borrow it from the library, read it, learn all about manifesting your own destiny.
Yeah.
The whole how it really works is really kind of mind-boggling, but it really does work, and I can prove that it works. You can prove it's really funny, like the placebo effect.
Mm-hmm.
I give you, this pill, and I tell you that it's made of medicine that's going to cure you, and you've got like some sort of, deadly disease that's not curable, and against all odds, you get better, even though you were given no medicine, simply because you yourself really believed that it was going to work.
I call it the NA beer scenario. You take a whole bunch of bitches out to a party real quick, dude, and it's 2 beers in, all of a sudden, oh no, I'm so drunk, I'm a whore. And it's like, no, you were a whore when you got here. These are NA beers. See, we
were going one way, and time comes along and takes it completely into a different
I'm talking
direction.
about the placebo effect. I feel like we're at the same point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
people
bro.
think they're drunk just because they expect a feeling. That's why people expect
sure.
the cure. So you give them it, and they expect to feel better. So they're like, "Yeah, I feel better" when they ask a question. But that's just because your symptoms weren't that fucking bad in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it comes back to the same thing. That, like, if you really kind of believe that it's going to happen,
It happens.
it happens. And that's the whole. That's the secret. But
it might not always look. It might not always look the way that you wanted it to, though.
Right. But it does work.
And we also got
the universe is a very tricky thing, and it's got a sense of humor.
You got to put the disclaimer on it, though, that not everything is like butterflies and cupcakes, bro.
No, God, no. Jesus, no.
But like the secret does work.
I've never seen a butterfly and a cupcake in the same spot.
And I look around me and I see the manifestation that has, like, through what I have just pulled into the universe,
Or, like what we've pulled into the universe.
Like, wow,
bro. Think about the next 2 years, 3 years. What we'll be doing, bro. It's crazy what's about to happen.
It's and the ideas that we've got we shouldn't talk about them because we're going to keep all of that under wraps. But we've got some pretty good business ideas moving forward that we're going to branch out into some different things, and well, it's going to be pretty
make
interesting.
partnerships and start new business ventures that are going to be really exciting.
Bring some more money into the county.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time for Schuyler County. I mean, I've never seen a business like this or anything or opportunities like this coming up. It just seems like the perfect time and the perfect storm, and hopefully it all works out.
The timing really couldn't have been better. Like, okay, well, I mean, so we open up in the middle of coronavirus. And when other businesses are closing their doors and they're losing all of their business, and the businesses are just dropping like flies. We're like, let's start a business. This seems like a good time to do this.
Seems like a good time. We'll run a hobby. We'll just see what happens. You know, like
let's open a business while everybody else's businesses are dying. But let's do that. And lo and behold, that was really a good idea, because as it turns out, when you lock people up, you keep them home all the time, they have a tendency to smoke reefer.
Oh, bro, it gets better. Bro, it gets better, right? Because like we ran into that big problem, right? Knock, knock, knock. We're here to serve you these papers because you guys didn't do something right with the government, and we got a problem with the town, and Billy has to go to court for it. And so we're running into this issue, and we're like, this could be the end of us, bro. And so we can consult with a lawyer, and they're like, you could just like move your business someplace else, and that all goes away because it just gets that address. And
yeah, and lo and behold, like moving here into Odessa was the best idea that could have happened. And it's the funniest thing because like they tried to squash us, and instead of squashing us, they really just lit the fire.
Like, okay, we'll just see what.
Let's gamble. Let's move it over here.
Move over here.
And wow, hey, look at that. So, and we'll see what the future holds.
It's an exciting time
for Skylar Glass Company. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, bro.
By the way, the views and everything reflected here is not the views or opinions of Skylar Glass Company, or to be.
We just all like to have a good time.
That legal disclaimer thing.
Yes.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Bro, I didn't show you this yet, man.
Everything is for shits and giggles.
So, Skylar Glass Company.
Why is it turning sideways?
I don't know. That's crazy.
Did you immediately turn 54
every quarter we
there?
decided as a business that we so when we moved from
oh, excellent. Good.
Yeah, I know that would make you really happy, bro.
Good.
I knew that would make you really happy.
Cool.
So what just happened is Billy and I when we moved here to Odessa, we went and talked to the village, and we're like, hey, we want to put this glass shop in here. And apparently we didn't follow something right in the town, and now they're mad at us. So we'd like to move into Odessa. We've got a shop picked out. And so can we do this? And they're like, well, we have these reservations and concerns, but if you could address those, it'd be kind of cool. And one of those was like, there's not a lot of things for kids to do in this community. It'd be cool if they weren't just seeing your shop and thinking that that's the cool thing to do in the area. Could you maybe try to do something for the community? And so we took it to heart and made a donation to a local Boy Scout troop here. And so this quarter, Billy and I have decided that every quarter in our company we're going to do some kind of social good and give a donation every quarter. And so this quarter we're looking into doing some kind of food-based thing for the community.
Yeah. I want, in the long run, like once the whole Corona thing goes away or whatever, then I'd love to do like spaghetti dinners and stuff, like
rent like the
fire hall or maybe something.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, and just have everybody come for
dinner.
Yeah. And I'm not even charging to just have everybody
come on down. Meet your neighbors. Come have.
Like I will go in there and I will cook a massive amount of food. Like I'll do it because like I can cook. I can cook in bulk like that.
Dude, and everybody trusts a fat chef, dude. It's just
that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Nobody does, dude. Nobody thinks twice, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. And then all of a sudden, like you eat it, and you're either fucking pleased or you're fucking disappointed. You're like, how do you get so fat at that point? You're like, is he eating the same shit I'm eating here?
There was something that I had heard back when I used to work at the diners is never trust a skinny cook.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Right?
So always trust a fat one, right? That'd be the logical change up. Fuck yeah, dude.
Because he knows how to eat.
I respect it, dude.
He knows his food.
Shit, dude, I might not eat until I see him taste it first and give me a thumbs up, dude. Man, fuck yeah, dude. All right, dude. This is gonna be the best thing ever. I don't even care if his germs are all in it, bro. This dude doesn't even need to wear gloves. I don't give a fuck.
Oh man. So I got a little list here. It's just a few things that I ran into across the day that I thought we should touch on. And the first one, There was an article that they had talked to Donald Trump, and he said that he was very seriously considering doing a presidential run in 2024.
He just needs to take a spanking. He's a loser. He's not a Grover Cleveland. He's not going to do anything.
I don't know. He has.
I respect it.
He does have a huge.
I love chaos. Love
He
it.
does have a huge backing.
Bro, Vermin
But-
Supreme would be a better president.
Vermin Supreme, absolutely. I want my free pony.
I want my free fucking pony, bro.
Sure,
Like,
I want my
Fuck
free
yeah,
pony.
dude.
Absolutely.
Fuck Trump, Vermin Supreme.
Vermin Supreme
I respect it.
is
I respect it.
by far the best choice. The guy's brilliant, and I know for a fact that like if he really was elected, he would probably do some good for the country.
at least he's a tyrant you can trust.
Fuck yeah, dude. A tyrant you can trust.
He's perfectly honest about it.
A tyrant you can trust.
Have you ever watched
Love
this
it.
guy?
No, not yet. I'm going to be introduced to him after
Oh
this,
my
I'm
God.
sure, though, because you're going to need to introduce me to him after this.
Okay, so the guy's got like a big rubber boot on his head.
He's been running for president. He's the longest running presidential candidate in the United States.
What
Yeah.
about Ralph Nader?
I think he beats Nader.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fucking, because Nader been trying, dude. Nader was trying for a long time. I think Nader's done now, but he was trying, dude, so hard. Ralphie boy never made it. Never did nothing.
Yeah, you should listen to Vermin's interview about how his discourse and his running for president actually opened up the door for Trump to become president.
I respect it.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I didn't
bro.
hear that one.
bro.
I love
I
it.
haven't heard that one,
Honestly,
I follow Vermin. He's my homie, bro.
dude.
I'll check Vermin out, but I just think
He's brilliant.
honestly, I just think I am anti-government and I
So is
love
he.
chaos, and I'm sure he does too. But like
He prefers the non-aggression.
the thing is, like the thing about Trump, what Trump points out is how devalued the truth has become. Right? When he can literally say everything is fake news and made up, and he's not lying. Everything is made up in the news. The shit is not real.
No, he's not lying. You're
Trump is
absolutely right.
Trump is a product of all of us, not just Republicans and Democrats. All of us, like the news stations being entertainment channels and shit like that. People not being able to believe anything. If you can't believe the people who are supposed to be telling you the truth, then you're gonna fall for anything from anyone else. Trump swooped in, opportunist as he is, and he set the fucking world on fire. Holy shit, bud. Everyone is still talking to him nonstop. He will stay in the news because he is good at that. Like I think he's still gonna start up a news station. Pretty much get rid of Fox, because if he starts up a news station, Fox News is gone.
yeah,
So-
Fox News is toast.
So wait a minute. So I have not heard about this news station. I heard about.
He talked about it before
I
running
heard
for
about
president.
social media.
That was
that
Mr.
he
Pillow
was-
guy. That flopped.
Trump.
Did it?
Trump. I don't know if Trump did the social media, but Mr. Pillow guy did, and that shit flopped, bro.
Yeah. No, he tried to do one
Hard.
thinking that he could, and they kind of like, it was a weird thing, that situation at that time.
See,
But-
I'd heard that Trump was going to
With
do
Trump
his
with
own
the-
social media.
No. Well, they tried to. It wasn't Trump. It was these other Republican people. People were so pissed when Facebook was trying to censor them. So all of a sudden they're all like, "I'm going to a different one. Join me on this fucking one where they don't censor me."
Oh,
Which they do. Facebook does censor you. You know.
Parler,
I
bro,
remember
Parler.
Yeah, that
Parler.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it got exciting for a few days. It was talked about for a little while and didn't work out. You know, what I mean, that happens.
Yeah,
but Trump talked about.
I mean, it's
Trump
got a
talk-
decent.
Trump talked about starting up a news station before he ever got elected as president. So people are thinking, in theory, that's what it is. But also, you know what I mean? But that's, again, with the thing with disinformation is I fall into all these different fucking theories. You know what I mean? Because people want to talk about conspiracy theories. I'm sorry. The minute I found out that the government was fucking putting LSD into unsuspecting people and testing mind control on them, or that doctors were knowingly infecting black men with syphilis just to find out how it went, like what happened, the Tuskegee experience, like, and dude, anything is believable. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Any conspiracy theory out there is just as logical as your idea that the government is gonna fucking save you and help you and change every 4 years.
Yeah, that's not. Hey, you're the one. You're the delusional one if you think that's going to happen. It's not changing.
Not
it's,
even a
it's,
little
it's
bit.
not just little details that make it look like it's.
You could
different.
change some
But
small things on a local level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the grand scheme of things, we're still heading in the same direction.
Still slaves, bro.
Always. We're always going to be in it. Sucks, dude.
So, all right. So the next thing
Just get motivated for life when that's the case.
talking about people running for public office. Caitlyn Jenner
Ooh,
is
pumped.
running for California governor.
I think she gets the Republican vote, definitely. No, never mind. Democrat, definitely. No, I don't know if she gets the Democrat vote, though, either, because Caitlyn's a Republican.
I have any idea.
I think Caitlyn... I can't remember if it was Bruce or Caitlyn that fucking really stood... I think she was with Trump, wasn't she, for a little bit? I don't want to say the wrong thing, because if you say that somebody was with Trump, dude, like, all of a sudden people are like, oh, you might as well have been hanging out with the leader of the Klan,
we can't really say too awful much about this, other than, good luck to her.
I hope so.
It's
Well, no,
California- it's
actually,
California.
stop it. Never mind.
It's very possible that she might
No,
win.
she should not be allowed to run. Fuck that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just thought, not about being transgender. That's fine. Being
What's it
transgender is fine. You guys don't remember she murdered someone in her vehicle and got away with it? I'm sorry. The vehicular manslaughter? I'm sorry. I just don't want to...
I don't watch TV like you guys.
Well, this was just
I
news back in the day.
do
Caitlyn
remember
Jenner,
this is something
this
that
was a news
pretty
thing.
much got swept under the... Like, they stopped reporting on
she
it.
killed somebody and they stopped talking about it all of a
They
sudden. And
did
she,
stop talking
there was like
about
a
it.
settlement.
I vaguely remember when this happened.
I just don't support that. Like, I mean, you wouldn't want... Like, I wouldn't elect OJ for public office, right?
Well...
Like, I mean, he got away with it, dude.
OJ was kind of
OJ ran for 2,000 yards.
supposedly...
Would you elect Johnny Cochran?
You're motherfucking right, I would. That man got him off.
And whoever Caitlyn Jenner's lawyer was in this case should get elected, possibly,
You really want somebody that's got the skills.
to get somebody off. They're going to be good at being governor. What do you think our governors are already?
They
Hang on,
have a
listen.
mastery in bullshit.
Manipulation and
Well,
bullshit.
let me just remind you, right? Like the qualities that you think they should bubble to the top are those really qualities.
These aren't what I think should be matter. These are what we as a society end up valuing.
Well,
These
the
aren't what I
society is made up of you and I as individuals.
I hear you, dude, and we are shot. We are shot, dude. Remember, Arnold got elected. Caitlyn's going to win.
So
I support it,
and
dude.
that's why I
And
feel
The Rock
like
can
he
be
might have a
president
chance
soon.
because they elected Arnold.
Yeah, The Rock will be a president soon.
That was something that I also heard, that The Rock
That'd be
very
cool.
seriously was considering a presidential run.
You get it. I don't want to hear anything anyone says about him not being able to get elected. The U.S. would never. We just elected
Bullshit.
Trump, a businessman out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
Bullshit.
We've,
I
all
bet
acted-
you
we've had two actor presidents, right? Because Trump was an actor president, and so wasn't Reagan.
Reagan, yep. So, but Rock though has a much more like dedicated fan
Yeah,
following.
dude. And I would watch those eyes.
I would be down for the people's president.
Oh, dude, raise that fucking
Are you
eye.
kidding me? Yeah.
I go crazy if you raise that
eyebrow.
eyebrow in the middle of-
Absolutely.
Are you kidding?
Absolutely.
Dude, I'd be throwing elbow pads up there every fucking time.
He's got to, and he'd have to do it too.
Oh, hell.
You know
If
he'd have to do
smell
it. He
with
gets
the president.
he gets in there
He's cooking.
talking to some foreign country, talking about your candy ass.
Bro. Dude, I get it. Putin's a badass. Let me
But
see.
Rock, oh
Stand
my
next to
God.
the Rock, bud.
Right? So, like, that's like the first president that we've ever had that I would say could possibly beat the shit out of Putin.
Well, Putin's like sneaky.
is a badass.
He's a fucking. I don't trust that motherfucker, dude. Your whole family you beat him up in a fight, dude. Your whole family's poisoned. Not even poisoned, just taken out right in front of you. We're raised to be scared of Russians.
Against my will, I like Putin.
You want
I like the guy. Like I've listened to like some of his politics and like some of his views on things, and I've watched him as a leader, and he's he's like more American than a lot of our more recent presidents.
Hey, Mein Kampf made a lot of points too, huh?
You know who I'd like to be a really cool like left field candidate would be Bezos' ex-wife.
Yeah, dude, she's a beast, dude. I've heard about, dude. She's wonderful. She donates so
That's
much
what
of
I'm saying,
her.
bro. Like,
Dude, sounds like a wonderful woman.
she would do amazing things.
Help
for
him.
all
I've
of-
never even heard.
You should learn about her, bro.
She helped him build up the company, and then when he got super loaded, he thought he was gonna cheat and leave her, I guess. And she got half of everything, but in her money that she gets, everybody, she
She's
donates
like,
so much
"Here,
of it. So much.
Watch
She just
this. She's like, "Fuck you, Bezos."
she just
fuck
yeah
you,
she
Bezos."
just married a science teacher from her kid's high school or whatever. So it's happy days for her, dude, and she is a wonderful person. She just became, and dude, overnight she she obviously helped this man build this company up. So I don't want to say like through divorce she became one of the wealthiest women in the world, but that's kind of
what happened.
how it happened. But I'm sure she helped build up the company. I don't know, but obviously she didn't want to run it anymore. Like obviously, dude, he's got that hunger for world domination, dude, and she was just like.
She's just like,
I got enough.
I got
bud.
stupid money. Like, let me give fucking money away.
I got enough, guys.
So I got a lot of respect for this woman. That's all I'm saying.
That's
I think
amazing.
She made a great president. I don't think she'd ever like run for it, but I think she'd be a great fucking president.
But and that's why she would not be able to make it because, I mean, you guys see it, dude. Who we throw out there for candidates. You can't tell me these people are the best ones we got. And
No.
it's just they're like, here's this, cheer on this, dude. Like Hillary.
Yeah.
You're telling me? I knew Trump was going to win if
you
you said Hillary.
Between Trump and Hillary. What the fuck?
I'm like, and they're trying to use like that's,
what was
that's
it?
still the funniest election.
What was it? South Park did right? It was giant douche and turd
Yeah,
sandwich.
dude.
They
We got
couldn't. They
him.
couldn't hit the nail on the head any
No,
better.
dude, it's fucking wild, bro.
That shit's
And it's
crazy.
real life, dude. Real life, and I love it.
Oh my
I
God.
hope, dude. I hope it happens again. Honestly, I think Donald and Hillary should run against each other again in the next. But of course, it's gonna be Biden's probably be dead by then.
I
Maybe.
think that Hillary's had enough.
I hope not,
man.
though.
They should just have a like an MTV real life.
Honestly, her and Bill Clinton
Thing.
should just buy Epstein Island and just
Yeah, word, homie. Buy Epstein Island. The two of them can have a
just
real
retire.
life.
We'll send a couple 15-year-olds out there every year, or whatever.
Tom.
I'm just saying that's what they do anyway. It's a joke, guys. I don't own any 15-year-olds, but they really do this stuff out there. I mean, Christ, there
He's
was an
like, I
island
don't own
with
any
children.
15-year-olds.
Trust me, I wasn't the one sending 15-year-olds out there. I swear to God,
the
this was
fuck?
not me. Hey, you guys watched the documentary, dude? They're flying children out there. Sorry.
Flying Bill Clinton out there quite a lot.
Yes, with children, I'm assuming. One could assume. I mean, he was a registered sex offender when the Clintons were hanging out with him. Dude, you can't hang as a politician. You can't stand out there and be like associate with sex offender, right? Fly on his plane.
You would think.
Fly on his plane. Like they all knew
That you would
that's
not
my
be able
problem
to get
with it
away
all.
with that.
That's, if you can,
But-
you can't claim ignorance when you know he's a
Dude,
fucking registered.
maybe.
But you see, she ran for fucking president.
Yes. After rigging the DNC and being caught red-handed in it, dude.
Yeah, like and
Wild
the whole
shit,
thing,
dude.
Like,
She's a gangster.
Bro, you do realize the presidents aren't elected; they're selected, right?
Yes.
and the way
I
that
just didn't
the
think
way
they
the way that
selected
things
Trump.
have been, like you would think that she was promised the presidency, and like the people just refused to fucking vote for her.
She's awful.
Yeah,
shocking.
like they're
Like-
trying to give it to her, but they're like,
Dude, you gotta
dude, you
understand-
pissed too many people off.
You
What do
gotta
you
understand
want?
it's gang run, okay? Like,
Of course.
and it's
But you would think
not
she'd
like
win if it
it's-
was gang
It's
run.
not like picked by the people
Oh yeah,
Of course
well,
not.
well, you saw what happened with the election.
every time. Like, it happened with Hillary over the other candidates, and then
Yeah.
it happened with Biden over Bernie because Bernie was definitely in the
Oh my
fucking
God, Bernie
lead. Definitely
said
should have had him, bro.
so much more.
I'm sorry, but
support.
Hillary did the most
I don't
gangster shit ever.
understand how that even.
But do you guys remember when it was with Hillary and she got caught rigging the DNC and the person who got the head of the DNC chair loses her position, gets fired because of the rigging of the election against Bernie. Hillary hires that DNC chair as her campaign manager for the presidency after that. Boom, right out in the open, did it all right in front of everyone, and no one batted an eyelash. And they're like, we're gonna win because Trump is in cahoots with the Russians to rig the election. You literally just rigged an election in everyone's face, and you think people aren't gonna pay attention to that? That's what I couldn't believe with it. I'm like, they really don't think Trump is gonna win. I knew he was gonna win. I laughed hysterically when he did. Just because of the hypocrisy of it all. Because I'm great at pointing out what the fucking problem is. I ain't got a fucking solution for you. Not even a little bit. Well, like The Rock, outside of The Rock or Bezos' wife, dude, which we just reached at right here, is speedballing for 3 minutes. And I'm probably never going to put 2 minutes of thought into this again. So that's all you're getting from me. But
Oh, geez, what else do I got here? I got. They made oxygen on Mars from the carbon dioxide and the other gases in the air. They use electricity that they collect from solar energy, and you can break molecules apart. I learned this in electronics
So
class.
let me ask you a question.
when
bro.
you apply current to different compounds, you can break the molecular bonds apart and separate the base elements. So you can get your oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, whatever. So they made oxygen, breathable air, out of not breathable air on Mars.
That's amazing.
Have they previously done this on the moon?
Yeah, why
We don't know about the moon. I'm not gonna.
I'm just curious, bro, because
We're
it
not-
seems
we're-
like so like Earth, Moon, Mars.
Yeah, moon's a little closer.
So it would just seem that maybe we should like do experiments on the moon as opposed to Mars because the ROI would be a little better.
Was the
cheaper.
atmosphere buildup different on Mars than on the moon? Maybe.
Well, you did read the transcript from the moon landing, right?
You guys
They're
read
here,
way more
they're,
than me.
they're here. They're watching us.
Oh,
There was a bunch of talk about being watched, and like they were speaking of beings on the moon. It's in the audio logs,
oh,
like all original files and everything.
I thought maybe the NSA had already hacked into their spacesuit. Because we're always being watched as it is right now, you know
Like
what I mean?
they
But they're on
said
the moon and already
something.
being
They
watched.
said something about like they feel as though they don't want them there.
Ooh,
Like
so that explains why we haven't been back lately.
right. And if you look, so there's a lot of footage.
Yeah, it was shot in the studio, right?
No. There's a lot of footage that if you zoom in on the moon with like a really, really good camera like that Nikon P900 or whatever the hell it is,
Fuck yeah.
you can actually see little spacecraft or something on the surface, buzzing around just outside the atmosphere along the edges and stuff. There's multiple.
Well, how do you guys feel about all those
Videos
UFO
of
sightings
people.
and all this shit that's being released by what do you think's going on behind the
That's
scenes? Like, other than that?
100% legit. So
I agree that it's 100% legit.
so
I'm just
from
worried
what-
about
from
what's
what
behind it.
From what I've put together from my research, we legitly had UFOs, aliens crash land back at Roswell.
Of course.
Our government took those ships and that technology and they started reverse engineering it.
Mhm.
And they've been way ahead of what we think we're at right now.
I'm just more or less concerned with, how I'm used to when it goes, because I'm easily distracted as a human being. So if you throw a ball over there, I'm going to go over there and look. And that's what they're doing right now. They're throwing a ball over there. I'm scared of what the fuck's going to be going on while I was gone. You know what I mean? You get distracted, like, ooh, shiny object over here. They're doing all this shit behind it, but they're already doing it anyway. They do it directly in front of us, and we all still sit here blind to everything that's happening. But
There's a podcast Rogan did with this guy that used to work at Area 51, Bob Lazar.
oh yeah, Bob Lazard, he's got a bunch of them with him.
Yeah, so that guy,
Roaches.
like if you look at some of the stuff, his testimony, it's pretty well accurate. Like,
Yeah, but then again, but also remember, all knowledge, all information, especially even information from Bob Lazard. Because I listen to it, and I love the way that Joe and some of the other guys describe it. They're like, he 100% believes in what he believes. You know what I mean? And that it's real. But also,
saw it.
I believe too, 100%. But it's also, remember that the powers that be, when it comes to this information that gets released, nothing gets released without being fucking released. You know what I mean? Like, it's for a reason. It's to sway opinions and views.
Well,
You know what I mean?
what people don't get, at the core of all of this, there is energy all around us.
Of course.
All around us, and it is at a certain frequency, and the harmonics of this frequency are geometric in nature,
Okay.
like perfect geometric Just like if you ever watch cymatics. You ever heard of cymatics?
I've never heard, but
That's
I can
when
get
they
what you're saying.
play. They take like
Perfect symmetry and geometry.
They just take a bunch of sand or whatever, and they throw it on a big plate,
Okay.
and they vibrate the plate.
Yes.
At different
Frequencies, yeah.
frequencies, and the sand will form geometric patterns.
Yeah.
Based on the
frequency.
complexity of the frequencies.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen some of that stuff. I don't know much about it, but that stuff always looks interesting.
It literally changes. It takes chaos and it brings it into form. And so this energy is all around us, and you can tap into it. And that's what the extraterrestrials had done, is they're tapping into
The frequencies?
an energy that exists all around us. Some people have already discovered this. It's called like 0 point energy.
Yo, all this I'm sorry, I have to say this real quick before I get too distracted and forget about it. You know, I know where my brain really went to when you were talking about these frequencies, like completely, like all of a sudden in my head, right before we just paused, my head said, you know who this really must be fucking with? Dolphins. You know how they can communicate in weird little frequencies and shit like that? Dude, like if all these frequencies are being fucked with all around them, that's where my brain went, sorry.
So the
That's what's going on in
the
here,
frequency
guys.
itself is actually coming from the planet. The planet itself is a gigantic dynamo.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
It's generating all of this electromagnetic energy, and it's in the air all around us.
Yeah.
So you can harness that out of the air, and that's what this 0 point energy or free energy is called. Like,
I get what you're saying, I just can't help it.
and anybody who's ever like discovered this and made working models or whatever, they usually get their labs raided by like the FBI or whatever, and all their shit taken away. And there was one guy, his name's Robert Hutchison. He did all kinds of experiments with like anti-gravity and shit like that. He was using sound and frequency to levitate objects. Big heavy fucking cannonballs he would get to like get up and like start spinning around, and he got rated like
That guy would love me.
8-10 times, some shit like that.
Do you know how hyped I would get if you lifted a fucking cannonball, bro? With levitated? Have everything I ever earned in my entire life. You can have it all. Just let me hang out with you for a while, bud. Like, you'd be the coolest man in the world, dude. Bobby Hutch, bro. Bobby Hutchinson
He was
there?
negating gravity is what he was doing. It was
It's
really,
amazing.
really
Using
cool.
science to become superhuman. It's amazing.
So Tesla was onto all of this stuff. Tesla actually was really into all of this, and
What was it with him that got him such a bad rap? Was it his methods?
it wasn't his. So the bad rep came from a slander campaign
From Edison.
Bad rap.
from Edison.
Okay.
No,
Yes.
it didn't come. Not necessarily just from
Well,
Edison,
no, it
bro.
was the financiers.
So
It was
hang on, bro.
J.P. Morgan, right?
You got to realize that what Tesla was proposing would bankrupt a bunch of really rich people at the
Yes.
time, bro.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Tesla was proposing that we no longer use copious amounts of copper,
Okay.
which the Morgans had a really large holding in at the time. So, if Tesla's free energy come out to the people at that time, the United States was like going through crazy amounts of copper at the time to get all these cities and stuff connected for power, because Edison was our dude pumping this AC out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and Tesla comes along and says, bro, like, we can make these towers and give away fucking free electric. And Morgan's like, you're not gonna mess with our money, bro.
And nobody still
The idea that Tesla had was essentially creating small substations of the giant dynamo idea. Like, he hadn't realized yet that the Earth itself was an electromagnetic motor, and that the energy was everywhere. He was creating little stations that basically did the same thing. It would generate this frequency into the air all around you, and it would you would have electricity on like everything. You wouldn't even need to plug in. You ever had lights? You ever seen lights next to a Tesla coil? I was in electronics class at BOCES, and we had a Tesla coil in our class, and our classroom was like maybe 40, 50 feet long by like 30 feet wide. And all the neon lights up in the ceiling, you know, all the long neons, they were all off. But when we had the Tesla coil on, they would light up.
Ooh.
Because the electricity was in the air, even reaching even farther than you could visibly see with your eyes. Takes 10,000 volts to visibly jump 1 inch, by the way. We had like lightning bolts that were going 8, 10 feet. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
pretty
It's a lot
good.
of voltage.
Yeah, man. My electronics professor used to play with it. He'd have this grounded rod. It was supposed to be grounded one time. It wasn't. But anyway.
God damn.
So he would use this rod, and he would just be up there playing with the lightning, just moving it around and stuff. He looked like a god fucking around with the lightning. It was so cool. I know he had to feel like one too, because I know I would.
I just wonder
But
what
yeah,
to
no,
do.
he ended up needing like a pacemaker and everything, and he couldn't mess with the thing anymore. And
I always wondered what it'd be like to get struck by lightning. Not that not enough to find out. Obviously, I'm not out there like I did unintentionally. I did unintentionally. I used to see up at Mama Love's house. We used to live up in Rockstream, you know, but it had. I didn't know that they were like lightning rods on the house. So I used to stand up on the roof and watch the thunderstorms come in across Seneca Lake, and I'd rock out until like the fucking rain was all over, dude. And it's downpouring, thunderstorming all around, and then I'd come down and get off, dude. And then I find out that I've been holding on to lightning rods the whole fucking time, dude. But just, you know, good call. Good call. Yeah, drank bleach once, you know.
I almost got struck by the lightning hit less than 10 feet in front of me.
That's a
Might
good
have
time.
saved you, Tom.
Wow, yeah,
The lightning rod.
the lightning. I
And
mean,
blasted all the rocks and everything on
Like,
in the driveway, just kind of everywhere.
it just never struck it, you know what I mean? You got lucky, I guess, you know. I mean, it did. There's been enough times in my life I probably should have died. My old motto used to be, dude, if you don't almost die twice in a day, did you really live today?
Oh, yeah, bro.
That was as a teen. That was before the crystal meth, guys. I was stupid. Bro, if you only like almost died once, you still lived. If you don't die at all, dude, and just have a good time, you still live that day. You don't have to risk it all.
What the fuck?
It's a good time, bro.
Oh, man. So,
Oh.
we've done a little bit more digging since the whole cannabis legalization thing. We've looked a little bit more into the laws.
Are we doing math again?
No, we're not. No, we're not. No more math.
I was so excited.
No more
Pen
math.
and paper.
No. So
We're
thought
doing
may- I thought
we're doing
maybe-
imaginary
thought
numbers
we would
today,
go
guys.
Over some of these laws that we didn't know that you couldn't actually start growing until after the dispensaries open, sometime after the dispensaries open. I was under the assumption that we were able to do this immediately.
Same thing with the 5 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, it is our responsibilities to know these laws. Don't expect your local law officer to come in your home and be like, yeah, you're not supposed to be doing this until a certain time later.
I feel like we had that conversation.
We did have that slightly. So I'm just reminding everyone again to do their research as well as what you guys are about to inform them.
Why don't we do it?
Yeah, that's what I agree
You know,
100%.
I mean,
but just
like
in case
the
you
DA's
guys,
office could use some of the
I agree.
really huge budget that's given to them in
Yeah,
the county every year.
you said this last time.
Yeah.
Like inform people about it.
but
Yeah.
we can, yep.
You said, but we could do the humanitarian thing and
help everybody out.
You understand law a little bit better than I do when you're reading this stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's really weird.
Fucking law is huge, bro.
Dude, so many laws
Couple
don't
thousand
make
pages.
Dude, so many laws don't make sense.
That it actually is this law. I
Over
don't
1,000
understand
pages, man.
what.
Well, it's very complex, man. You don't understand how many.
You're telling me.
How much marijuana is wrapped into your life, bro? Like,
Yeah.
okay, for like when it was illegal, you had it wrapped into your family side of your life, right? You had it wrapped into your work side of your life. because you had laws against these things.
Yes.
You had it wrapped into your driving. You had it wrapped into like your personal life, which you can and can't actually physically have and own. Financial life. They had to look at the financial laws here in the state, and then they had to look at all of the like outstanding laws. So they had to look at the federal laws and so look at the fact that in federal housing you can't smoke cigarettes. So when they wanted to give people the availability of smoking marijuana any place you can smoke a cigarette, you can't do it in the privacy of your house. What are we doing for all of these people? Where are they going to be able to go smoke? That's going to put a huge stress on our parks, but we want to keep smoke free. Where are these people going to go smoke? So they're like, oh, well, let's do smoke lounges. We haven't read all the rules about that yet, but that's going to be a thing where you can go and have like a smoke lounge where you can go and smoke.
And that's something that I'm extremely interested in.
I want to read about the limos, bro. Portable smoke lounge. If you can sit in the back of a limo and drink some alcohol while you're cruising down the road, why not have a portable effing smoke lounge, bro?
Dude, fuck that portable fucking smoke Ubers, bro.
Smoke Uber.
I'm specifically
Well,
a DD, bro.
You'd be able to do that with the limo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do that with a limo. You can't do that with a regular Uber.
But if
Because the way the law's written. But a limo. No, it's got to be
Yeah,
a
they
limo.
do let people get shit faced in the back of limos
That's
on
what I'm
these
saying,
wine
bro.
tours.
So, like, it can present a really cool opportunity, bro. Like,
Yeah, dude, but they let people go on these with school buses too, bro. So can we make school buses? Like buy your own school buses?
kids?
No, of
I
course,
don't know.
no kids, always no kids, dude. Another thing to look into: just because you buy the livestock and own the livestock does not mean you can do whatever you want with it.
you fucking goats game.
Dude, I had no idea that was illegal when I got in trouble for it. Like, dude, like if nobody tells you that. Like, literally, you buy the animal.
Oh, God damn it.
Fucking
Fuck this thing.
You buy the animal outright, dude. Like, literally, I can go and shoot it in the fucking head if I want. But you can't have sex with it, dude? What the fuck, dude? What kind of... This is not the America I was raised in. Hashtag Trump 2024. Make America great again. This is what he's talking about, dude.
Fucking go.
Back when you could have sex with your property. Your animals, you know what I'm saying?
Where the hell did we just go?
I've never had sex with a goat, I swear to God. But we were getting into the laws for marijuana.
You
I'm so sorry.
fucking...
You were telling us about the laws in marijuana, dude. And I just wanted to speak up on a lesser known one that nobody likes to talk about that maybe some people just don't realize or think about. You know what I mean? You're the one that broke this motherfucker.
How do you like that, asshole?
I don't mind at all, dude. You bought all this podcast equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pain in the ass, isn't it?
Well, yeah, dude. That's why I didn't break mine.
No, would you go knocking my shit over?
There we go.
There you go. All right.
And now he's...
Tommy, bro, we should set up a Venmo so people can send you money, get a new one.
I don't mean a new one. It's
I just need to take a little bit of glue and just... That's all it needs is just like a little spot of super glue.
Yeah.
One little tiny bead of super glue.
I just want to point out, dude,
fix that.
you have been here every day with it for the last 6
I
to
don't
8
know,
weeks since it's been broken. I just want to say that.
I don't think I have
I'm
any
here
super
1
glue.
day a week. I wasn't ready for super glue.
I don't have any super glue, I don't think.
This one is.
No super glue. What the hell else do I have on here?
Oh, but
I
We
got-
didn't cover the
hang
weed
on, with
laws.
the smoking of weed, you're allowed to smoke at any place you can smoke a cigarette, but not in school zones, not in your
Vehicle.
place of employment, not in your vehicle, also not on patios at bars. Was it?
Oh yeah, because you're not allowed to have alcohol beverages out there. So I don't know.
Oh, there's something weird like around like the patio of a
It's
bar.
like the only place I want to smoke. Drunk people are stressful.
Have to relook that one up.
A little bit. But yeah, I don't know. Everyone keeps talking about how like they're all just, oh, the DWIs are going to get out of control now. The same amount of people are going to get pulled over that are getting pulled over for DWIs now. It's just going to be the same amount. They freaked out. Anytime there's change, people freak out.
They're
When-
harmless. People...
When they changed it from .08 to .05, when 2 beers can get you a DWI, people are like, oh, DWI's gonna go. But guess what? We still only have the same number of police officers working, the same number of man hours. They can only pull over the exact same amount of people they are already pulling over. You know what I mean? Like, so the DWI rates are going to stay the same. It's just unrealistic to be jumping out the window. Like, so you're just going to assume that more people are going to drive intoxicated. The same amount of people that drive intoxicated that were driving before it was legalized are still going to be driving afterwards. Like, it's the same people. Like, it's nothing. It's not going to change any of the crimes that were happening. People, I mean, I know most people that I know of we're already smoking marijuana like it was legal. It just makes it like a lot easier now that the prohibition's like ended. But as far as like crime rates going up, as far as the DWIs people are worried about, if you want more arrests, then I guess have your officers pull over a shit ton more people. But if you don't do that, then if you just keep pulling over the same number of people, I mean, they're doing saliva tests in some places, but I don't think those are foolproof. So that's probably going to be tough to keep those handed up to hold up in court and stuff. I don't know. It's all a learning process, but everyone's always afraid of change. People always freak out anytime there's any little bit of change.
Yeah, bro. No smoking in the car, even while it's parked, and no smoking on outdoor patios at bars and restaurants.
That's wild. Can't smoke with a car parked.
But landlords that allow for smoking on premises must also allow for cannabis consumption.
Nice.
So if you're
let me smoke on my patio.
if you let me smoke cigarettes in my house, I also am legally allowed to smoke cannabis at this house now.
That's awesome. So if you let me smoke cigarettes outside the door, I can smoke weed out on my porch.
Yeah.
I won't smoke.
That's what I told somebody today because he said that his landlord was giving him shit for smoking weed. And I said, "Do they let you smoke cigarettes there?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, then you can smoke
By
weed
law,
there."
you can smoke weed there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously, bridge it respectfully because they are your landlord after all. But yeah, let them know.
I mean, I would be like, bro, like you let me smoke cigarettes, which
Are way worse for your
way worse for your property than the cannabis.
Mm-hmm. That's why cannabis odor leaves so much faster than tobacco smoke odor leaves. Ugh. Just stains the whole place.
It does.
But no, it's life. What was next on your little topics here?
Oh, what was on there? The price of fucking lumber.
Lumber. Yeah, it's funny. Is it because of all the building projects because of COVID? Because that's where my brain immediately went. But is there something big happening?
You knew why this was happening.
What?
The rise in
The rise in the lumber costs. Something to do with Canada.
You guys know how easily I get distracted, fucking. So I heard about this and I never looked into it.
The reason why freaking we're paying
I
what
forget right now.
$50, $60 for
Number? No, I guess
sheet of OSB.
Yeah, I guess we're not gonna
I
discuss
forget
that
right
one.
now. I don't remember.
Yep. Next one.
Oh, that's great.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, this one's your wheelhouse, huh?
Yeah.
FedEx. You sure you want to go into this, dude?
Fuck FedEx.
FedEx is still reeling after.
Fucking you bunch of useless twats over there at that Horsehead's office. Let me tell you.
No.
My order sat there for 9 days.
Dude, I'm not applying at FedEx. Do you know, like, the only thing more dangerous than working at FedEx is, like, driving your car in heart disease, bud. Dude, did you just see that shit? 9 people got killed there, bro. I get shot to go fucking put packages in a truck.
Dude, and, like, so...
I know you can understand why he did what he did, you know what I mean?
I'm not saying that he should have done it. I'm just saying... Like, after having my packages sit in one fucking spot for 9 straight days, like, they came all the way across the country fast as shit. All the way from California to, like, 20 minutes away.
Make sure you tell everybody these are COD packages, too.
Oh, yeah, cash on delivery packages.
So
like,
we had the money wrapped up.
They didn't get money.
We had our money wrapped up in money orders for these guys.
Yeah.
And our vendors also had money wrapped up in product that they couldn't do anything with for
Right.
10 days.
Yeah.
It sat 20 minutes from us for 10 days.
Yes. After coming all the way across the country, fast as shit, like it usually does. And then got to Horseheads, and it was like it hit a sand trap or something.
Bro, it's crazy because some deals have got like a net 10 thing, so you got to pay everything within 10 days. So, like, if the check was in the mail, it's been sitting at freaking Horseheads for 10 days because they couldn't bother to deliver it, and I just got charged interest because of the checks. But this isn't the case. I'm just saying, like, this was a business deal. But like, bro, like,
Well, they were
this is
holding
unacceptable,
on to,
bro.
It was completely
Unacceptable.
unacceptable because
Fuck
April 20th came and went, and I didn't have.
We didn't have product on the shelf. that we
Yeah,
were supposed to have.
there was product that I just did not
We had
have
boxes
because it
that
was
weren't here.
it was sitting in Horseheads.
Yep.
Oh man,
It's frustrating when you
Oh,
run a
I
business-
was hot.
Fuck the brown truck.
And then the
was
double
hot.
ordering products because it had been sitting there for 2 weeks. So
Fuck them.
we're
Yeah.
like,
FedEx. Fuck them.
Yep.
Oh, UPS is the brown truck. So not fuck the brown truck. Fuck the FedEx truck. It's fucking wild, man. Dude, fuck FedEx and always get your insurance on your packages. Because as I told you in one of the previous ones, I think I've talked about something about fucking field goal kicking packages at UPS. They just want it done fast.
The
Always get the
trucks
insurance.
aren't the problem.
Of
See,
course.
like the delivery drivers when they're there, they do their job. But
Fast.
like, are they just short on delivery drivers or like? What
Maybe-
the hell's going on? out
Maybe the
there?
whole store's in like a sit-in or something like there's a strike going on. You guys don't even know about it.
See, that's
Who knows?
something I could, some information I could use.
Yeah, we gotta figure out. Maybe somebody on the inside. Somebody tell us what's going on.
I'm pretty fucking baked over here, man.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you that that rip off that old band.
Yeah, put it down. I respect it.
It did a thing. man.
it, dude.
It stole part of my soul.
I haven't been able to get back on track ever since I started talking about goats again.
I've got and then like the last thing on my list here was the D8s, or the D8 Delta 8.
Oh, Delta 8.
So TikTok on the that distillate. Delta 8 distillate that may or may not. Yeah.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I respect the Delta 9, you know what I'm saying? I support it.
I said we cut it when you were yawning there and you said you're super baked.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty fucking.
I think we're done, yeah.
I think I'm done.
That's
Well,
good. It was a good
We
flow.
we had a pretty good
Solid
podcast
flow.
here tonight, and I think we're gonna leave it here and
Mhm.
tell everybody good night.
Good night.
No.
Toodles. And also, it's easier to fucking cut and edit now because all you gotta do is pull out that shit at the front. And